I am filming the harbor right now, a dredging operation out by the sandbar. The big camera is on that one. But I noticed this fireplace here. I think some young people or someone like to have their fires. And it just reminded me of what I would look for if I was looking for material to start a fire with, or survival materials. I better put my coffee cup down here. There we go. Now, all this charcoal in here. Now, even if it was a little damp, I could collect it and I could dry it out so that it's so dry a spark from a piece of carbon steel could help ignite it. And here we have a piece of cotton. Now that cotton will burn as well. You could shred this cotton and use it as a tinder to put in a tinder bundle, and it would burn. It would catch a spark, and it could help. You could blow it into a flame. But it also has another use. It's cotton. It soaks up oil. It soaks up fat. You could make a fat lamp with that. If you found a hollow stone, a stone with a bowl-like depression, and you had fat, you can lean this up like that, and it would soak up the fat, and you could light the edge. That's what you would call your fat lamp. All this material right here, well, this here is a little damp to the touch, but if you dried it out in the sun for just a few hours, it would be, or if you took a magnifying glass and you held the magnifying glass over it and aimed sunlight on it, you could get a fire going with that quite readily. Or you could just break pieces of it off, mash them up into little chunky powdery stuff, and they would catch a spark, and you could blow that spark, turn it into embers. That's what I think about every time I look at this fire set. I just wish I was in the hills, in those green hills up there. Well, there's the lagoon down here. The tide's coming in. But there was no heron here. There was one heron on the sandbar, but that flew back into Courtney Bay or the Marsh Creek area. I don't want to forget my coffee cup. Well, we got two big iron spikes coming out of that piece of, those are old railroad spikes or wharf spikes that they used to help hold the wharf together. That's carbon steel. If you could get rid of the rust off them, they would spark up. You could use them just like you would use a striker and a regular flint and steel kit. You have to get that layer of rust off them. There is a way to do it. There is a way to do it, yep. Yeah, this crushed rock here. Most of this stuff here is granites and quartz. And you could actually get sparks off a flint and steel striker by using pieces of this harder stone. You would have to be patient, but you would get sparks. I don't know. Alright, that's enough of this little video, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be seeing any great blue heron landing here right now. If I do, I'll be very happy. I will certainly film them. It's only when the tide's going out that you see the great blue heron move in. Well, that's from my experience anyway. And I did not see the seal. Well, there are actually quite a few seals, but the seal I'm most interested in is Sammy, of course. Yeah. Sammy is probably hanging around his other seal friends. Seals like to fish in unison, I guess, in cooperation. They like to circle and confuse a school of fish. And the seals all have an equal chance at a good snack. There's a little piece of birch bark right down there. There's another one. Yeah, if you're in the woods and you need something to light on fire to get a fire going, birch bark is about the best thing you'll find. But when you do gather birch bark, you make sure that there are no ticks hiding in between the layers. Otherwise, you put that bark in your pouch or your pocket, and you might have a tick problem. Yeah, it is cloudy, but if it wasn't for this cloud, it would be even warmer than it is right now. And there's the fire set. Yeah, and that bottle can also be a survival tool. If you needed a cutting edge, all you have to do is break the bottle, and you would have a good cutting edge to use for survival. You would have quite a few pieces with cutting edges, and they would be a lot sharper than any stone you tried to percussion knap. That is for sure. You would just have to maybe make a handle for that piece of glass. Affix a wood handle to it so that you don't cut your finger. Yeah, most of this stuff here was all trucked in. That's why there's so many different kinds of stones. There's an old railroad spike right there. Now that rust could be cleaned off it, and it could be, if you had the blacksmithing knowledge, you could get that rust off it and you can turn it into anything you want. Some people call them railroad knives, some people call them railroad spike tomahawks. But that's what a blacksmith could do. Yep, that dredger is going to work. Hopefully later on I will find something new washed up. Alright, that's enough for this video. I will see you